Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where there's definitely been some progress down over here. It looks like the other races of the galaxy have decided to start knocking back the unbidden a little bit. That's great. Of course, for us right now, we're mostly interested in getting our food and our consumer goods functional. Also, we need to get our volatile motes and our rare crystals worked up a little bit, and our nanites, for that matter. But that's going to be kind of interesting, to be sure. So we're going to tick forward here on good old fastest speed as soon as it gets caught up. There we go. So we'll do just that. And we're going to work on our economy a little bit here, primarily. Now, this construction ship isn't doing anything. I think I want it to come over to Tribano. And I would like to build a habitat over here in Tribano. So we'll get started on that one. That's fantastic. This unification center requires a job. We will go ahead and put in an admin park for the moment. That will, of course, not help our consumer goods. For the time being, we do need to sell off a few minerals, and so we shall. There we go. Okay, so what else do we need to do here immediately? I think that's pretty much everything. Yes, indeed. We are waiting for the war in heaven to wrap itself up. And of course, there's quite a lot of unbidden up over here. That's fine. We've definitely made the unbidden very sad. There's no doubt about that. They are exceptionally sad right now. That's great. We're very happy about that one. Now, here's a question. What if we were to declare on the Valdari peacekeepers? Hypothetically. I'm not going to do it right now, but hypothetically. A containment CP, huh? We wouldn't even need claims to take their territory. That's an interesting theory. They should currently be being pulled in a lot of different directions. I'm actually strongly considering this right now. I do think that we should allow our ships to be fully reinforced. I think that'll be important. We're only going to slightly overcap our naval cap, and we do still have these over here that need anchorages in them. So we'll go ahead and put those anchorages in immediately. That'll be fine. And I would like to get our economy fully back on track before we get going on something along those lines. For now, we should put in an alloy nano plant. We are currently out of exotic gases, which means that our edicts go away. I really dislike that, if I'm honest. I dislike that quite a lot, especially since we weren't spending exotic gases on any edicts. I don't know. I think that that's a questionable feature at best. So we're going to go ahead and buy in a few more exotic gases. We're going to need to re-up our edicts, and that will be our industrial farming and forge subsidies. And we were also doing our nanite actuators. So that'll work for now. Excellent. Now we do need to work down our empire sprawl, or rather our empire size. So that's going to be a pretty big deal. Okay, just looking at our modifications here. We do already have a fair number of modifications to reduce that, but it's not as much as I would have liked. So if we were building this from the ground up with the new Unity system, it definitely would have been a little bit different. There's no doubt about that. For one thing, we're going to need to get caught up on our unification stations, and once we get done, quote-unquote done, with getting these upgraded, then we can get rid of those. If we were doing that from the get-go, it would have been a very different story. So that definitely has a bit of an effect on the landscape for future games of Stellaris. Not so much for this game because we updated midstream, and things can always be a little bit awkward with that. But I'm certainly considering attacking the Valdari peacekeepers. That's a Zikmok there. We could hypothetically declare on both of them, but I think the Valdari would be better. So for now, we'll just chill and see what ends up happening. I do want to get our economy back on track, and I want to get all of our ships reinforced. That'll be done fairly soon, and we're actually just fine on our exotic goods. So that's beautiful. We need 8,500 more alloys. And I'm super, super happy about that. That is great. No problems whatsoever there. So, nothing to be done in our colonies. So we're pretty much just waiting on alloys to come in. I mean, we really do need more food and consumer goods. There's no doubt about that. I want to check in on our construction ships here. Both of them are currently working. This science ship is supposed to be in Hotram, I believe. We'll send it on over to Hotram Prime to assist research. There we go. Did you have a robot in charge? No. No, you did not. Okay. For some reason, I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, wait a second. But no. That is not a thing, so that's fine. Now, we are definitely going very negative in consumer goods right now, and that's because of the change that was made to consumer goods being utilized by various different things that were not previously utilizing it. So that's fine. We'll definitely get that modified. But that'll take a little bit of time overall, for sure. For now, the Unbidden appear to be floundering. I feel like they don't really know what they're doing right now. I definitely feel like that. Now, I do want to pull... Ooh, the unification station here has a job available. We're going... Ooh, no, hang on. Hang on. What is this? Federation Association offer? No, a hard pass. We're instead going to put in... Hang on a moment. Monument, huh? That's not the auto-curating vault. That upgrades to it? Or is the auto-curating vault not constructible? Administrator output plus 15%. Administrators output Unity now. Oh my. Okay, so we're going to put in a monument as well as an admin office here. So that's something that we should definitely keep in mind. On all of our unification centers, we need not just an auto-curating vault, but we also need a monument. We could replace our gene clinic. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I guess it'll work. So on this unification station, we don't even need a job for it. So that's fine. On this one, we can put in the auto-curating vault and the monument. Excellent. And that's already happening there. We're colonizing here. This is a unification center. So here we can drop the energy grid. We can replace that with a... Can we not get the auto-curating vault? Not yet. So, in fact, all we need to do here is put in the monument. So that'll be fine. This tech world requires a job, and to that end, we will go ahead and put in a research complex. Excellent. Now, these aren't really helping our consumer goods, are they? This habitat here will be colonized soon, and we will start working on that. Ah, a Forge World here with an open building slot. So here we are, of course, going to put in a civilian industry. That is super necessary right now. We need to offset our consumer goods, for sure. We also need to get ourselves a new agro world, and I'm thinking that this might be a good one. Eventually. We have the Phemisto habitat. For now, of course, we're going to put in our gene clinic and our habitation district. Those are going to be important. This tech world, I'm actually going to put in a civilian industry on. That's also quite important. Okay. So that'll do for now.
We grow ever stronger.
And for the moment, why did this scroll back up? Stay here. There we go. I want to take the Diamond Saphite, and I would like to have it come out over this direction. Only the diamond. We should be strong enough with our other fleets to be able to take them otherwise. We, I think, have almost enough. Almost enough. On this month tick, we're going to be able to fully reinforce our fleets. Now, this will put us slightly over our naval cap, and we do have both of these. Wait a second. I thought I had 2 anchorages put in here. Apparently not. That will help. It's not going to fully fix the problem. That's okay. We're going to output an additional construction ship here.
We grow ever
There we go.
stronger.
And let's check in on our colonies. Anything to be done here? Not immediately. Okay. So up we head, and this construction ship is building a habitat, of course. The new construction ship will finish very shortly. In theory. Let's also get all of our ships built here. There we go. And this construction ship is going to jump drive out to Hidamar. I deselected it. Okay. We're going to jump drive out to Hidamar. There we go.
We grow
Beautiful.
ever stronger.
Now we are going to need to buy in additional consumer goods. We'll buy 2,500 of them. That'll do for now. And this starbase here, we definitely need a missile battery and a hangar bay. Let's also put in a defense grid supercomputer. Actually, right now, we're going to do a command center. We're going to upgrade that to a citadel. Beautiful. That's fantastic. This construction ship is not doing anything, but we expect that for the moment. It's going to start filling in these gaps up here as we clear them. So that will be fine. I would love to get our hands on... Is that a colony? No, that's not a colony. That's a dimensional anchor. Okay, good to know. I was going to say, that's illegal, but sure. Okay, so leader lifespan is fine. I'm actually going to choose food from jobs here. I'm going to take these off of auto research. I feel like it's not necessarily doing the best thing for us at the exact moment. So we're going to take food from jobs for right now, and we're going to go back to manually running that. The Ruby Safite is at full strength, so that is great. We're not jump driving these guys for a reason. We'll get there eventually. The Ruby Safite is currently here in Haven Sky, and I do want to move it over to Enigma's End. So we'll go ahead and do that. Excellent. And we're keeping an eye on this scenario over here. These Unbidden are definitely going to be able to work their way through here. That's okay. I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. The Phemisto habitat is now complete, and we will go ahead and colonize that. Beautiful. Next up, we will build ourselves another habitat.
Research
There we go.
complete.
Okay, what is this? Kinetic weapon damage. Next up, none of these are tremendously great. We could go for minerals from jobs, but we don't really need it. I think I'm going to do it anyway. Are we currently selling any? No, we're not. So our minerals from jobs have dropped. Okay, that's fine. We do expect that, of course, as we are outputting more consumer goods. And this agro world
Ever
here.
stronger.
It could use a civilian fabricator. I think we'll go ahead and do that. I was thinking about putting in another hydroponics farm here, but we're a little bit further away on our consumer goods, and this doesn't use up a building slot, so we'll do it this way. Cool. That will be fine.
Hostile station engaged.
Ah, finally. So we are attacking up over here. Perfect. We do miss with our Perdition Beam, but that doesn't really matter. The shields will get wrecked very quickly. In theory. There we go. Excellent. Any losses? We did lose a destroyer. Okay. Well, we'll just continue to reinforce that, and we'll head down to goal. Actually, maybe we wait. We're lacking 8 influence. Yeah, I think we wait. That'll be okay. So checking in on our colonies here, not a whole lot to be done at this exact moment. That's fine. So the majority of our empire size is actually coming from pops. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. We will, of course, work on bringing that on down. We're at 1779 right now, and we'll have enough unity to do that eventually. Eventually. So we'll go ahead and build our starbase in Amara. And the Obnal terraformation, when is that going to be done? 2100 days still. That's a while. No doubt about that. That is quite a long time. That's okay. We are going to require additional stations, and this one is under construction. Influence-wise, since we're expanding out over this way, we're probably not going to want to be building 2 stations at a time. We're going to run out of food in about a year. Yeah, that's to be expected. We'll buy it in. That won't be a big deal. This tech world... I mean, we could put in an agriculture district to help offset some of this. That's something we might want to change later, but to help out our current economy, we may want to get that done. This agri world here requires a job, and this is actually... Isn't this the same world that we just upgraded this? Well, we can put in the replicomplexes here anyway. That'll be fine. We'll go ahead and do that, and we do need to get our economy on track. Missteps from an ambassador, huh? Ooh, that's a good solid amount of unity there. Missteps don't matter to us. Cool. So we can just work through getting these up to tier 1, I think, ultimately. I mean, 64, 54.
A new colony is underway.
A lot of these we don't need to get skilled up. But this one is a good one too. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're at 1788 right now. And, oh, we don't have enough. Of course, it costs 53,640. That is quite expensive. No doubt about that.
Ever stronger.
But once we get our economy a bit more on track, then we can back off on a couple of these campaigns, like the farming and industrial subsidies. That would be very, very nice. Now, farmer and angler output plus 50% is really strong. The industrial subsidies is less strong, so we're going to angle to get rid of the industrial subsidies first, for sure. We're going to grab our 3 energy credits over here. Excellent. Our habitat is going to be done building in a while. That's for sure. We did just lose an envoy. That doesn't matter. We'll get a new envoy eventually. So the diamond has been reinforced. They're just chilling up here for now. Arrested development is rude, but that's fine. We're going to continue pushing out into this big ol' unbidden territory over here. Oh. There's a matter decompressor here. And a ruined etherophasic engine frame. We're gonna start heading over that way. We definitely want to make sure that's under our control. So we're gonna head out over that way. That'll be fine. I mean, we won't have any problems with minerals after that, that's for sure. So that's good. Speaking of, how's our technology speed looking? Mediocre is the answer. Mediocre. Okay. Well, I mean, 2,000 minerals per month is going to be so extreme that it's not going to matter. Like, we can convert that into energy credits, and it will be fine. Completely and totally fine. No problems there. So that will be great. We're doing much better on the consumer goods front, but it's not amazing. Now, if we check our edicts here, we did not re-up our recycling campaign, and that's definitely something that we want to re-up. That'll be fine. That will cost us a good chunk of our income on energy credits, but I'm okay with this. That puts us at even with consumer goods. Excellent. We are going to need to buy in food. We'll buy in 5,000 for the moment. That's okay. No big deal there. This tech world, I'm going to put in an agriculture district. What are we fighting? Ah, yes, we're attacking down over here, as expected. So we eliminate that, no problem. We're going to head in and build our starbase. And no reinforcements needed here, so that's great. Absolutely phenomenal there. No problem on any front right now, except for some of our exotic goods, as well as our food. Okay, well, with that being the case, we know that we have a number of habitats over here that we're going to want to have be like a refinery station. For now, we're waiting on growth there, but we can put in like a refinery station here. Excellent, that'll be fine. And we are going to get our starbase down over here. That will be done shortly. And then we're just going to move our way down to this black hole. That's going to be our top priority for the time being. Destroying this dimensional anchor is a pretty good priority. But we want to make sure that we're not destroying things too quickly over here, because we don't want other empires necessarily to take this location. We're completely fine with expanding the way we are right now. So that'll be good. This tech world requires jobs, and I'm actually going to put in another agriculture district here. So that'll be fine. Each one of those does produce quite a lot of food, so that'll be good. They also do produce some consumer goods, which we are positive on now, so that's excellent. Very, very glad about that. Unity-wise, we're at 45k. We do want to continue to upgrade our capital here, probably. Our capital is, well, I don't know. Is this additive or multiplicative?
Ever stronger.
I don't know if it's better to upgrade to tier 1 before going to tier 2, like on our larger worlds, or if it's better to just rush for the max tier on our capital. That's definitely an interesting question. The correct answer, I think, is it's better to do that as you expand, but we don't have that option because we got this midstream. That's okay. So this habitat has finished up. We're going to stop working on that. We're actually going to disband this construction ship, and we will need to colonize this, of course. We do have a planned colony there, but we'll get that underway. Okay, so as this agriculture district finishes up, we are expecting our food to get a lot better here. Okay, so on this month tick, 25, not bad. That's a very solid improvement. I'm okay with that. Otherwise, we do want to build our research stations here. And we can, while we're waiting on that, is that just the one location? That is. We do want to continue to push out over this way.
Research complete.
So that'll be fine. We're going to continue to take territory. You can see our empire size is increasing. Energy weapon attack speed, huh? Okay. Energy credits from jobs is not necessarily the best thing here. I think we'll actually take the shield hit points. That'll be fine. Cool. So we're going to fire on this guy. Remove this particular station. Do we take any losses? We did not. Excellent. Next, we're going to move in and build our starbase over here. Now, these guys, there are multiple construction ships right here, so we have to make sure that we're ready to go to grab this. We don't want to get cut off from over here, that's for sure. That is absolutely a certainty. This tech world requires a job. Temporarily, I'm going to put in an agriculture district. That may get re-evaluated later. We'll see. This refinery world requires a job. Now, being a refinery world, that means that we need a lot of building slots and not necessarily a lot of housing. Unfortunately, the way to get building slots is building city districts. So a city district it is. That'll be fine. And we will arrive over here very shortly. We'll be finishing up this construction now. Excellent. So in we go to build our starbase, and that'll be great. We're just going to continue to expand out over this way. Now, we're not going to focus on our defensive platforms out over this way for the time being.
They wish to speak
This
with
is
us.
not tremendously important to us. We're just going to take this territory at the moment, and that'll be fine. Now, moving around in this territory is going to be exciting. There's no doubt about that, but for the time being, this will be the goal. It is about time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to continue pushing our borders. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.